Hello and welcome to my channel, Making Crafts. Today I am going to be making some journaling cards and tags, and I thought this would be a fun little project to do today. It's a rainy day here, so I thought it'd be a lot of fun, and I'm a little low on journaling cards and tags, things to put in pockets, so I thought this would be a fun little mass make. And so I have gotten a few little things from the rubber buggy to make these. So the first thing that I have here is the Ephemera pack Memoir from Holtz. And there's 102 pieces in this one. And so we're going to be using those bits and pieces on it. I also got the little people, the paper dolls, the mini paper dolls. And it says there's 133 in here. There is so many people in here. I did not realize how many was going to be in this pack when I got it. And then I found this paper at the rubber buggy, and I thought it was perfect for junk journals and perfect for these Holtz pieces. This one looks so much like Holtz type things. And so this is perfect for journals. So this one is called the Mintay Basic Book 8, Backgrounds Vintage. And that's what it is. It is just vintage backgrounds. And so this is the inside cover. So this one, if you cut it out, you'll just need to glue it down because you're going to have the cover on the back. But look at the paper here. It's just like ledger paper and, just script writing. There's also music sheets. And here's another ledger just zoomed in. And then you've got a map here, more music sheets, and then you start all over. And so let me see what it says. It's 6 by 8. There are 4 of 12 designs. So let's see here. I think it's talking about the front and back because you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Yes, so the front and back. So look at this one. I thought this one was neat. So you've got the front goes one direction, music sheets, but if you need to do it this direction, you have this one as well. So I thought we would make some of these tags and some of these as journaling cards. And I will link to all of these below because this is part of my, oops, I tore that. This is part of my rubber buggy design team project. I'll just trim that little bit off that I tore. I should have took that apart before sometimes I take these books apart before I get started. Let me pull that cover, see if I can get that out of the way. Let's start in the back so we can just take the cover off. So I'm just going to pull that tape on it. I think it's easier to take it apart. That way when you pull these pages off, they just come off like that. I try to keep the cover with it so that I can show what I'm using on camera if I do pull it back out, so that I can also remember where my paper came from. If not, I won't remember if I take them apart and they're loose. I won't remember what company it came from. So I'm just going to pull one of each out. I don't know if we'll use all these or not, but we'll just have a whole stack to work with. I might can put that back together real quick so I don't lose my papers. Okay, and so let's see what we have here. So I was taking a look at this before I started, and I thought these would make good journaling tags, but I like this side for the decoration, and then this side could be great for journaling on. And then that one, it doesn't matter. And at the same time, you could also cover these. So to journal on this one, you might want to have to cover it with some tea stain paper. I don't know if I'll get to that today or not. So I think I'm going to just make a wide tag for this one. So I'm just going to cut it down the middle, or somewhat down the middle. And then this one I was looking at, and I'm going to just cut it down the middle and make, I'm going to cut that blue off right there. I should have just took the book apart to start with because these came out really good. So I'm just going to cut down the middle here. And there we have journaling cards, because see, that direction would be perfect. And then I think the backs are light enough that you could write on top of it, or you can put some tea stain paper on there. And let's see, I want to use this one, and I want to turn this one into tags, and so I'm going to cut it into 3 tags. So I'm just taking a look here, about 2 and I think I'll do 2 5/8. Is that what size I want? Maybe just a hair over. Let's just do that. And then they all don't have to be even anyway, because they'll go in different spots. I'll just kind of go down the middle of this one. So there we have some tags. And that may be enough to get us started. It might be fun to do one of these music sheets. How about we cut this one down the middle? We'll do around Let's make a journaling card out of this one, and then we'll turn it over and use this side. We'll see how big it is. It is almost 4.5, so about 2.25. Let's see, could we make 2 little tags out of it? Or turn it this way and make little tags. Let's make tiny tags out of it this way. I just kind of like to play like this, and so they'd be 2-inch tags. Is that going to be? That's going to be really tiny. Let's just see what we have, though. It's no big deal. There's plenty of paper in this pack. We can always cut some more if we need to. Sometimes you need little tags for things. So I want to start first with our larger pieces. So let's start with the journaling card. And we're going to open up our bits and pieces here. Well, they're called ephemera pieces, but there's lots of bits and pieces in here. I'm just going to kind of dump them out. I may regret this. It says 102 pieces. That's a lot of pieces that you get in these packs. You know, I've gotten the other packs. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, the Field Notes ones when they came out in different ones, and I'm still using them. Oh, that would be neat on the map, wouldn't it? But you have so many that it takes a long time to use them up. And I haven't even looked through this pack to even see what's in here. There's all kinds of things. There's a tag already. There's all kinds of things. I'm just going to pull out what grabs my attention as I'm doing it, because I really haven't, like I said, I haven't flipped through these. I just ordered them and thought that they looked really neat. Let's get our little people out too. And let's see what we have in here. There's all kinds. Wow, I may not should have dumped them out like this, but I kind of like to see what I've got going on here. You know, she's kind of pretty for that flower there. Let me see. So I kind of like her. Oops, there is so many. Yes, I should probably be way more organized. Oh, look at her with her hat. Kind of makes me think of the flowers there. She looks really pretty too. There's several choices. Oh, here's a whole group of ladies. Okay, now I think this is going to get difficult in trying to decide who to put. Oh, she might be good for here. Let's lay these 2 ladies aside. We'll use them because they're very pretty ladies. But she needs to be sitting on something. So let's see here. Because she's sitting. I don't know if we want her sitting across that date. You can't really see the date anyway if you set her on them. I've never played with these little people from Tim Holtz, but I thought I've seen lots of people play with them, and I've really I like the looks of them, so I thought, well, let's give it a try. That's kind of neat, but is this too plain up in here? Should we have something maybe behind her? Let's see here. Let's see if I can something behind her a little bit. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to ink these, or do I just want to ink the journaling card itself instead of all the bits and pieces? I think I'm just going to, like I do when I collage, I don't ink the actual bits and pieces, and for this one I think I'm just going to glue it down and then I'll just ink the card itself. So I like how everything is, so I'm just going to start gluing. So first I probably need to glue this tag down. Try to get the layers that's underneath so I can just sort of leave everything laying like I had it. Because once I take the pieces off, once I add them back, it always turns out a lot different. So we're going to stick that there. I think that's nice. I like that ticket. It's a full-size ticket too. Some of these kits come with little bits and pieces. This one seems to be some good-sized pieces here, which would be great for the journaling cards. I was happy to see that the Rubber Buggy got these in, and they have been getting a lot of new items in. So I've been excited about that, to try out some of these new things, these new items, new products. And notice I'm having this turned sideways. I want it sideways. I don't want to line all the wording up straight. I like to mix it up a little bit. Just add this little here. Everything blends in. If you wanted everything to pop off of the card a little bit more, you would ink it. Now, did I put that too low, or is she going to be... I might want to slide that up just a little. And then because I do want her to sit on it, and I want this behind her head a little bit. These are very thick little cards that these images are on. I don't know that I realized that they were this thick before. I've seen them, but I've never actually felt of them. So how cute is that? I think she looks perfect. For some reason, I thought she looked like she went with these flowers. So there we go. So that is our first one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink them with my ground espresso. And this is the Tim Holtz ground espresso. And I like to get those corners to look a little bit more aged in there. So I'm just ink over those. So these journaling cards come together really quickly. So let's see how many we can make. Maybe we should, I don't know, maybe we should take and try to decorate several at one time. That may be a better mass make way. I just wanted to get warmed up with one instead of trying to do several at once right now. Just get warmed up with the one first. And this is really thick cardstock too. This paper from Mintay. If you've never used paper from Mintay, it's good cardstock. So this will be a good sturdy card. And also, let me measure this. It's 6 inches. So if I cut some down, these could actually be pockets. So maybe I should cut some of these to be pockets. Maybe I will cut some down just a little bit. So let me lay that one aside. I'm not sure where I want to put that one. Okay, so I looked at my journaling pages are around just right under 5.5. So I'm going to cut this one down to 5 to be sure that it will fit on a journal page. And this won't go to waste. We'll save this in our scraps as well for it to be, it can be collaged onto another page. And so we can add it to one of the other pages. So I'll hold on to that as well. We could just put it in these scraps here, I guess, since I do have these spread out everywhere. So we've already done one of these though, but that's okay. We'll do another one of these. And then let's find our tags. We'll do all those together. Here's another journaling card. And I think I'll cut this one down to 5 inches as well in case I want to make these into pockets. And that way I can choose. Like I said in the beginning though, I need more journaling cards and things to tuck in pockets, but I, for some reason, am constantly making pockets. I love doing pockets, so that's why I don't have enough of the actual journaling cards. It's probably, so we could take this one and just bring it over here, or like this. I'll wait. Okay, so let's decorate these up. Let's find some, oh, look at that big bird's nest. And then, let's see here. Maybe that there. Here's our lady. She looks really pretty right there. I don't know if we want the bird's nest yet or not. I just thought I would lay it there to see. This is going totally different from what I thought with the bird's nest. I was thinking more of the square pieces today, but this could make a totally different one. And let's see, this one has a little dog on it. Let's see here. I don't think they go there too well. Maybe we'll hold off on these and just do this one. And then, let's see, what can we put over here? Where was those gentlemen that I had with the dog? They might look cute sitting there with their little dog. I have a glare when I'm trying to look at her here with my light up here. So let me slide it over so I can see. Maybe a little purple there. This says florist. I wonder what that would look like to have her. Oh, I like how that looks. She's coming right along. So, okay, so I'm thinking these guys and their little selves should go on a tag here. So what if we tried on a tag with their little dog? And then we might put the ruler in behind them. And I'm going to cut this into a tag shape once I have everything glued on. And we'll have these pieces hanging off the edge, and then once we get through, we can trim them. And I think this is enough here. I may just move it up a little bit to center it up. And then, I don't know, do we need anything there or not? I really like how this tag looks. So I may just leave it, and then I may come back with a word or something from Tim Holtz. Maybe we put just a date, kind of like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and start gluing the pieces down. So I'm going to have to put this one first. I'm going to raise it up just a little so that I can get, so that everything's not on the bottom there. I think that will look better. Then we'll add our flowers. So we are having a very rainy day here. So it's a perfect day to be inside crafting, which we had beautiful weather all week, so I cannot complain about the rain. We can use the rain to help our flowers grow, and those who plant gardens, I guess they'll be helping their gardens to grow. She's very pretty right there. And then we'll cut off, I'm just going to cut off the date there and then the year, and we can just use it different spots. So I think I want to cut my tag afterwards, so I'm just going to glue them on, and then I'll cut it into a tag shape. There we go. And I didn't add glue all over the whole thing because I knew it would just make a big mess. And so then I want to do this one. Maybe I'll just do it like this. I think it's a lot of fun just to sit down with bits and pieces like this and just see what you come up with. Let me see where he's going to sit here again. Just playing with the pieces to see just, you know, how everything can go together. And when it comes together at the end, it's always fun. It's just like collagen. It's always fun to see what you get. So that's what I love about these bits and pieces as well, to do something like this. But I also love using these things, you know, to decorate, using all these bits and pieces from Tim Holtz to decorate things up. But I thought today would be fun just to see what we could come up with using these. And I hope that you are crafting along with me today, either working on a project like this or your own project, but I hope that you're joining me today crafting along. So what I'm going to do with this one is I have this little tag thing, and you don't have to use it. You could use scissors, and I may change my mind once I get it in here, I don't know. But I rarely ever use it. And I don't know why, because I feel like it would be come in handy instead of having to cut with the scissors. So I'm just going to put it right here on the Q. Is that a Q? Maybe it's a G. To be honest, I need a new pair of glasses, so I don't know. We're just going to put it on that one line, and we're going to leave it there. And I just took my blade apart. Let me fix that. Okay. So then, if I'm remembering correctly, you just stick this in the groove here. I think all that matters is that now that's what I was wondering about, where I layered so much up, was it going to be able to cut through it? We'll just have to take a couple of swipes, won't we? There we go. We have to use our scissors to straighten it up. It may not have been very helpful at all. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to flip it over and put it there. I do think it might be G. I do need a new pair of glasses. I can't see that very well. those little letters. I said leather. Those little leathers. Okay. Maybe I need to be more gentle and quit trying to just get it through. Let's see how these look. There's our little tag, and it's a long tag. It's a tile tag, but I really like it. I like how it turned out. I think I will add jute to the top of it. But maybe I'll do that at the end so that we don't have to, since that's a pretty simple thing. I'll do that all at the end. I'll do all of them. And so then here is our lady. Now, do we want to round the corners on this one, or do we think it needs to stay? Maybe we'll just nip the corners off just with our scissors. Just a little bit instead of rounding them. That just gives it a little something so it's not so sharp. And then we'll just ink this one up. Don't think my ink is showing up much on this one. And I think that's a pretty little card. And so for the back, I would be adding tea-stained paper so I can write on it, but I'm going to wait because I think I may make this one a pocket in one of my journals. And then this one, you could definitely write on the back. I don't know if I showed you the back of this paper, but you could definitely write on the back of this one. So let's lay that aside. So we have 3 done. So that's not too bad. And that came together pretty quickly. So what if we go ahead and cut these as our tags? And this time, I think I'm going to cut them a little deeper, or not as deep. How do I want to do that? Maybe not as much. So let's put it on the E here. Let's just cut the corners off here. Maybe right there. You know what? I forgot. I think you have a hole punch here. I have not used this enough at all, as you can tell, because I did not realize. Oh, it's a little bitty hole punch. So we may have to come back and make that bigger. That's okay. Okay, so let's see here. Let's try right here. See what happens. See what it looks like. I'm curious, do any of you have one of these? The tag, I don't know what it's called. Tag punch, tag. It's We Are Memory Keepers. It makes a tag. I was curious if you have them, and do you use yours, or do you forget that you have one? I'm constantly forgetting that I even have this thing. And so today when I knew I was making tags, I was like, oh, I should bring that out. But a lot of times I just use my scissors. I thought that I would use it a lot when I got it, but I just forget about it all the time. So I'm curious if anybody else uses theirs a lot and if it comes in handy for you. Do you find it's easier to use, or is it easier just to cut them? I'm not sure for myself which way I like best. I'm just trying to use it to see. I think once I got the hang of it, it may actually be easier, but I've got to get the hang of it first. Like I pushed that paper too much. So we have 2 more tags. Should we make a tag and 2 tags and a journaling card? Or should we let's make some tiny tags. Let's just do all the tags. So let's pull out that little tag board. It says tag punch board. I didn't even see the name on it. I'm sure you all were seeing the name, and I didn't even know it, and trying to point out to me. There it is. Get to crafting and don't even get to talking and don't even pay attention. Too many things going on. I'm trying to talk, craft, film, and I'm not sure why I'm having such an issue here. Oh, maybe that's better. Maybe that's what I should do. I should go from the top. Let's just try that and see. Okay, where was you at, Susan? That's the thing. You have to remember which letter you were on, or they're not going to match. Let me try from this direction and see if that's easier. That does seem a little easier. Maybe I was just pushing wrong. That's cute. Okay. I think I want the smaller one. Oops, is that upside down? Let's do it this direction. Okay. We'll just flip it over and do it from there. So that's 3 little tags we'll have to make here. They're long but skinny tags. I do find that if I start at the top and push down, for some reason, maybe it's just the momentum of my hand or something, I don't know, but it seems to be slicing it better than the other way I was doing it. So maybe I was just doing it backwards and wrong. Okay. So let's see, this one I think I want like this. There we go. And we have these big tags. So let me get them on camera so we can see them. We do have this little bit left over. That might be fun to put somewhere. And let's take a look here. We have music here. Don't know if there's anything up here to do with music or not. Oh, look at the little frame that's in there. There is so many little things in this kit. I'm just loving it. We could put an earth here. What if we had someone sitting on the world? Does this look like a little traveler? Maybe he's enjoying sitting on the... I don't know about that. That may be too much for me. Okay. I'm loving all these little things though. Okay, what if we decide what little people... Oh, look at these little bitty children. Oh, these boys, they look mischievous, don't they? Maybe I think that because I have 3 boys. So maybe I should use the 3 boys since I have 3 boys. She looks serious. It's funny to look at these little characters and the little things that what they're thinking. Let's see. Maybe she's leaning on something. These tiny ones are perfect for these little tags. Okay. I think this guy in his top hat, that's cute. Okay, so we have these lined up. Now these guys are sitting, so we got to find them something to sit on. They don't need to be floating in the air, do they? Maybe this book here would be cool for them to sit on. It's almost too wide, but we can always trim it off. Is there anything small we can put above them? And this little girl, maybe she needs some flowers with her. That would be cool. And then what else does she need? I think these flowers would be pretty with her. Since she's in a fancy dress. And then let's see if we can figure out a way to ground her since her little arm's on something. Maybe we have her sitting on this. Have these little flowers behind her. And there we go. Not sure I'm totally crazy about this one yet. I may change my mind. Okay, so this little girl, we could add some more things to her. I'm thinking of bringing in a piece of this that we had to cut off earlier from our journaling card. So we can make it a pocket. And then we put her there. Okay, and let's bring in a Tim Holtz word. I have some over here. I think she's going to need a word on the top there. Let's put remember the now. So I think that will go maybe like that. Maybe these boys get that word because they look like they're having so much fun. And then this little girl will get something else. How about believe in yourself? Don't like it. Don't like it on the corner that direction. Maybe this direction. And then we have it. Okay, so I like those. So it's time to work on this guy here. And I like him standing on this little thing. I do like this here. What else could we add to him? He's bringing flowers, so special delivery would be a very good one for him. He's bringing flowers to his lady. Okay. And let's let's see. So this one's quite different here from what I normally do. But I am making a grungy journal, and so I'm thinking that this one would go really good with it. So I think I'm going to take this one off. What if I did that? That there. Okay, so looking through this, I've changed my mind about using this tag. I found this bingo card, and I think it'd be really cool to use the bingo card to decorate up. And so I think just adding these ladies here to the bingo card, kind of neat to make them a pocket and use, like put a tag in the pocket. Here's the tag. It took me a moment to find it. We could just stick the tag in, and it could be a pocket, and this could be a pocket on a page. So for this one, I am just going to glue down the side of the ladies and across the bottom. That way we can fit the tags in there. I'm just going to stick them on that line there. And then we can stick our tag in. You could put any tag, even from like the kit you were using, but I thought this tag looked cute. Okay, so then for this guy, we're just going to glue all these pieces on. This is the scrap left over from our other tag. No use in wasting anything. I think these will be some different journaling cards and tags from what I normally do. Most of my stuff has butterflies and flowers, so I thought it'd be fun to try something different, to make some up different, especially since I'm making a grungy journal. It would be fun to add these to some of these to my grungy journal. I kind of want that special delivery to show, so let me wipe off the glue he got on there. And then this lady, I think she's ready to go. So let's put this down. And anything hanging over the edge, I'm just going to trim off. I think we will have just a little hanging over the edge here. So let me just slide it over like this. Then we'll add this, and then we'll add the lady. And one more, and I think I'm going to change up. My hair's falling out. I think I'm going to change up this one. I'm going to move the wording over, but let's glue all this down first. Okay, add this one down. I won't push it all the way down since I want to put this behind their heads, or one of their heads. Maybe we should do it this way instead. Sometimes I change my mind part of the way through. I think that'd be cool. And then I think this one needs to go over here because it seemed like it was out of balance. Okay, so I like that now. And I got to trim just a little off the back here, and then I'll ink them all, and we'll see what they look like. Oops, she's popping off the page. What's she getting up for? She must not want to stay on there. Okay, there we go. And let's finish this one up, and then we will see how they all turned out. So I am just going to be adding some splashes to the tags and to the journaling cards using a bit of burnt umber and water. So I'm just laying all my tags out first to add the splashes to, and then I'll come back and do my other journaling cards. And I like to use a little fan brush to add my splashes. And what I discovered was I did not have to cover the people up. If you take and wipe them off soon enough, this ink doesn't seem to stick to those because they have some sort of slick feeling to them. And I just like how the splashes add a little bit of kind of a tea stain look to the background. Well, here are the finished journaling cards and tags. I did go ahead and add some muslin to the tags, and then I tied a little jute around most of them. And I love how these turned out. I love that we can have old looking ephemera, but it actually be something new, and it's easy to get a hold of. Finding antique ephemera sometimes, or vintage ephemera, is sometimes really hard to do. So I love that Tim Holtz has these little bits and pieces that you can buy. I also love this paper from Mintay. It is perfect for junk journaling. I love how they have chosen with this pack to have the music sheets and the script and everything. So this was a good paper pack. It'd be nice if they had full size of this. I don't think Mintay makes a full size of it though. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I know that it was just a process and not really a tutorial, but hopefully it's inspired you. That's what my videos are for, is to hopefully inspire you to create something and give you ideas of things to try and do. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.